Hello, my loves. How are you doing today? I hope that you're good, that you, your family, and your loved ones are healthy, happy, and safe. So I'm coming back to you today with another pick a card reading. And in this reading, we're gonna look into your marriage. So how is your marriage going to be like? What are the dynamics that are going to be within the relationship that you're gonna have? And of course, if some of you are not for marriages, you don't want to get married, and you just want to be in a long-term committed relationship, you can of course just set the intention, and we're gonna look into that in this pick a card reading. So we have in front of us four options. The first one, we have the pyrite. The second one is the carnelian. The third one is the black obsidian. And then the fourth one is the amethyst. So you can pick one option or more, the ones that are going to be calling your attention the most. And of course, you can choose right now or at the beginning of the reading with the close-ups of each of the options. And or you can pause right now the video or at the beginning of the video, whatever it's more comfortable for you. As for me, I'm gonna start right away with the first option. Hello, my dear, option number one. So if you have chosen the first option or the pyrite, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, before getting any cards, and I heard certain messages for you, and when it comes to your marriage, generally speaking, it's all about abundance and prosperity. So this is what the first thing that I have heard, and also it's very obvious with the pyrite that you have chosen for your option. It has a quality so that you can manifest prosperity and also abundance in your life. But most importantly, I know that sometimes finances can help us get through the next step in our lives, but prosperity in this particular reading, or what I have heard, it's not only about money, but it's also about experiences. So you're the kind of couple that as an example, like 20 years into your marriage, you're gonna have so many memories of trips, of like activities that you have done together. There are lots of things that you're gonna experience together. As an example, you might pick up a hobby together and then start enhancing or developing your capabilities. But I'm hearing that there are lots of things that you're gonna do together, and again, memories, like very rich memories. You might have like a photo book, or right now, like many people, they don't have photo books anymore, but it could be a folder on your computer with a lot of pictures from all around the world, or maybe from the places that you have visited, or maybe the places that you have been to. So there are lots of things that you're going to be willing to share as well with your children, or even with your grandchildren. So I'm hearing that you're gonna have a lot of interesting stories. I have seen interesting places, and also there is a big like a deep sense of satisfaction when it comes to all the things that you have experienced, that you're going to be experiencing together. So let's get right now one card. So fun, joy, having a lot of happy moments and enjoyable moments together. One card, please. How is your marriage going to be like? The Empress. And the Empress is all about indulgence, but also in beautiful things, as in you're going to be reaching a certain point in your life with your spouse where you're going to be sitting down and just memorizing all kind of lovely things that you have tasted, or maybe the places that you have seen. I'm hearing really a rich experience that you're going to be having with your spouse. It doesn't matter how much money you're going to have. Definitely there's going to be quite a bit of planning if you would want to do certain things that are more expensive than others. But I'm hearing for some of you, even in the times where things are not going to be going well, or the times where you would need to maybe budget or put some money aside, you're going to always have those like creative ways through which you're going to be experiencing something new. As an example, you might just start, as an example, learning a language with your spouse, even at home or maybe on the internet. But I'm hearing like there is always this, like, what can we do more? What can we experience? Like, what can we actually bring into our lives and change our perspective on the things that we already know? So rich experience, this is number 3. Also, it's all about creativity in cooperation. So you cooperation with your spouse. So you might do things together that might be on the creative side. It could be starting to paint, starting pottery, but definitely things that both of you are going to enjoy. You're going to have a lot of laughter. And this is really what I feel out of your option. Like, there is a lot of happy moments, but also doing specific things maybe that you haven't done just by yourself, vice versa for your spouse. Introducing each other to how you can live your life differently and how you can introduce happiness into your life through the experiences and through the activities that you might do together. So let's get some additional cards. How is your marriage going to be like? Nine of Cups. True to wish fulfillment. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm hearing that you might do also other things that go outside of the box, as in you might go, as an example, to a country and experience something that the locals do, or go to festivals or fairs in whatever the place that you're gonna visit. You would want to get involved. It's not just someone that has a backpack and they see things from the outside. You would want to know what other people actually, how they celebrate their maybe happy times or their holidays. Like, you would want to get involved with the culture that you're going to be visiting. And also the Nine of Cups, it's a very dreamy card, as in there are a lot of things that you're going to experience throughout their marriage that are truly going to feel for you as a wish fulfillment or a dream come true. So if you have been dreaming all your life, as an example, to travel, to experience certain things, or to just have someone by your side that has this sense of adventure, of just wanting to have fun, wanting to live, this is the partner with whom you are gonna experience and feel those emotions. So let's get one more card. The Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is a very curious card, and it's also the card of the apprentice, of someone that wants to learn more. So you're going to be having always this curiosity to know about, maybe, as I'm hearing, you would love to know about other people's culture, or about worlds, ideas, like from the other side of the world, maybe going to Japan and then staying there. I'm hearing for some of you might even stay for a long period of time, especially if your work, both your work and your spouse's work is going to permit that. Maybe you're going to be able to work online, or to have a little bit of flexibility and freedom when it comes to your location. I'm not seeing that you are traditionally going to be the kind of people maybe going to a 9-to-5 job. I'm hearing that you are very flexible and you can do a lot of different things in your career as well. So you might actually pick up maybe at first a specific career, and maybe afterwards you would want to go for something different, something that is going to be giving you like a stable stream of income, but at the same time a lot of flexibility to enjoy your life differently, maybe having an alternative lifestyle than that of your peers, or of the traditional way of what we see or think about marriage, or think about two people having a stable life together. So I'm hearing that even when you're gonna have kids, maybe you're going to be staying for quite a bit of time in a specific place, and then afterwards you might change. So you really thrive when you transform your life and change your life in a way that is going to be permitting you to rejuvenate your ideas and to see things as you can see in here, like having the light, and then exploring this mansion. In this mansion, it's like almost like the world. So exploring the world, looking what you can actually learn and what you can actually experience. Beautiful. So let's get 2 more cards from this deck. Justice. So justice, it's of course, it's a card of Libra. It's all about balance. So I'm hearing that, as you can see in here, with those flowers and then the gentleman hat. So I'm hearing that when it comes to you as a couple, I'm hearing that there is going to be quite a bit of balance to an extent where there is not going to be like this idea of genders, or this idea of this is what I'm supposed to do just because I was born this way, or there, like all that matters for you for the both of you is to have things done and to like join forces basically together, so that you can get like everything that you can out of your time and out of your life. So also when it comes to raising your kids, I'm hearing that there's not going to be some kind of a power struggles, or some things that are connected to this is what you're supposed to do and this is not mine. And I'm hearing that your relationship is all about balance, and it's all about fairness as well. So if it is fair, then you're gonna go with it. I'm hearing that you are not someone that actually neither you or nor your spouse, I'm hearing you're not entitled people, as in even if there is something that you are supposed to do and then the other person and then you might not feel well or feel a little bit tired, the other person is going to be willing to step up and then to do whatever it takes so that the job can is done. So fairness is an important preoccupation when it comes to your relationship in general. And also it's going to be permitting you to know that even if I'm not going to be able to do this because I'm sick, or because I'm not available, or because I have a lot of things to do, I always have this person that has my back. I know that they're going to be actually like stepping up if I need them to do so. And this is not coming from malice. Again, this is all about fairness. If you can do it, you're gonna do it. That's why your spouse, they're gonna be like there is this helpful energy between the both of you that is coming from a place where it's not about someone that doesn't want to do their job or doesn't want to participate, but it's just that we would want to make each other's lives easier in the best way that we can. So both of you know that the other person, they are doing their best, and that's why it's very easy for you to actually help each other in the best way that you can. Here we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, I'm hearing that you might let go of something at a certain point in time. Again, it could be a job, it could be a house, it could be an occupation, or it could be even like family expectations when it comes to how you would want to live your lives. As an example, you might get married and then stay a year or two and not envision maybe having kids or anything of the sort, and maybe you're going to be I'm hearing with this Five of Swords, maybe disappointing a parent, especially if they would want you to get settled down somewhere, or having a typical life as we imagine, like two people getting married, like investing in a home, having kids. But for the both of you, you see life very differently, and like thankfully, like you are seeing it in the same way, or you're having the same vision. But I'm hearing that there may be certain people that are around you that might find that maybe it's the right time for you to do something, but you might have different ideas of how you would want to live your life together. Let's get some more cards. Magician. So the Magician is like the creator. You really are going to be creating a life out of, it's not like you're going to be having maybe someone to follow their steps. I'm hearing that this life is there is something innovative, but also something it's not a cookie cutter kind of life, as in you're not going to be having the same kind of experiences as everyone around you, but there is something very unique about how you're going to be together. It could be as well that you might actually I'm hearing for like you as a couple, you might have some sort of alternative lifestyle or alternative ways of seeing commitment or thinking about commitment in general. So it could be that you are more liberal when it comes to your relationship with your spouse, or as an example, you might not be you might not understand like why should we even think about having a contract together. Maybe you would want to be married or through other by other means. It could be hand fasting, but I'm hearing that there is something that everyone goes for, but for you, you might find it something that is difficult to understand, and you don't want really to have this kind of relationship with your spouse. So I'm hearing there is quite a bit of freedom between the both of you, but also when it comes to the way that you're going to live your life, there is something different from the kind of life that everyone around you is living. So for some of you, it could be that also, especially with this Libra card, you might be not heterosexual, especially if it's something that is quite rare in your community. You might be homosexual, bisexual, or something of the sort. But there is something quite, again, alternative lifestyles coming up strongly in your reading. Three of Pentacles, yeah. You are people that cooperate, basically. Like anything that you would want to do, you think about it together and you work as a team. So when it comes to raising kids, if it's something that you would want to experience or have, if it is about maybe planning for a trip, investing in something, I'm hearing like two people coming together so that they can live the best life that they can. So again, when it comes to anything that you would want to do, anything that you would want to experience, I'm hearing that both of you are going to be basically an open book to each other. There is a bit of like this energy of confessing to other people, to the other person, maybe the way that you feel, the way that things have been for you in the past. So there is also this this feeling of having a safe haven, or maybe a safe place when you're going to be with this person, as in if there is anything that you're going to say, even in your moments of weakness, you're going to know that the other person is not, they're not going to be, as an example, taking advantage of this information, or like putting you down just because you have expressed yourself in a certain way. I'm hearing that really you are going to be seeing each other with the eye of compassion. So let's get some more cards. Okay, let's see from this deck. So how is your marriage going to be like? Influence, yeah. I'm hearing that you're gonna even influence people around you so that they can follow your steps, especially with this Magician. They're gonna take an action that hasn't been taken before. You can see in here with this 31. The first card that you got in your reading is number 2, which is the Empress. So you're gonna create something, just the two of you. You're not going to be following other people's maybe lives or lifestyles, but I'm hearing that other people, when they're gonna see like the synergy between the both of you, they're gonna be actually tempted to follow you, even if it's not going to be easy, especially in your community. Like you're gonna encourage other people to go for what they love, go and follow their passion, and also motivate them to actually envision life differently, or envision how they can live life based on their heart's desires. Beautiful. One more card. The Approach. So, when it comes to this card, I'm hearing that both of you coming together, it's almost like two people coming out of a cave, as in there are certain things that you are thinking, that you are feeling, that you haven't been safe enough, or you haven't felt safe enough so that you can express it to the other person that you are with. But I'm hearing that again there is a lot of safety and a lot of feeling of care for the other person that is going to be permitting you to open up very freely and be very open towards your person. And also when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to the vision, even if it's not an orthodox way of seeing life and seeing your future. I'm hearing that you're going to be feeling comfortable enough to allow yourself actually to talk about anything to your person and vice versa. So there is a lot of open energy between the both of you, and definitely you're gonna be safe revealing the true your truest essence to each other within this marriage. So again, the only thing that I can see in here when it comes to like the energies that might be a little bit disruptive or hindering you for living, or like spreading your wings and having like multiple leaps of faith, not only one. So when it comes to this Five of Swords, it's all about like what you are supposed to do, where you are supposed to be. And this is something that both of you as a couple, you really are going to challenge throughout your relationship. Like this is how parents should be. This is how like married people should be. Like anything that you are supposed to be, you're going to challenge it as you two being together as a couple. So let me give you one last card. Is there anything else that you might need to know? Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So for some of you that you have been in relationships and you have never felt really that you are in your own environment, you felt like there was always something missing. I'm hearing when you're gonna meet this person and be with them in a relationship, you're gonna feel like you're gonna almost understand why you felt like something was not going in the way that you would want it to go. Because I'm hearing that both of you, as you can see in here with this card of influence, both of you, you really are gonna help each other almost bloom, or like live your life just the way that you would want to live it. So that was your reading, my dear option number one. Thank you so much for watching. If you would want to comment about any of the messages that I have delivered to you, you can do so in the comment section down below. If you would like to book your own private reading, you can do that via the website. The website is shared in the info box. If you would like also to support the channel, you can subscribe, you can share the video and like it, or any of my other videos that I have shared previously. You can also follow me on Instagram for weekly and daily messages, and also monthly giveaways. So that was your reading, my dears. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number two. So if you have chosen the carnelian, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, the messages I have heard when it comes to your marriage is like the word health. Health, having a schedule, having a plan, and also being very conscious about what you are eating, going to the gym together. I'm hearing that you are going to be the kind of couple that actually goes to the gym like together, or even when you're gonna have kids, if it's something that you would want to have in the future, like going with your kids, or like there is a big emphasis on physical activity, on health, or on adopting and sticking with healthy habits in general. So it could be that like one of you definitely is going to be kind of a strict parent, especially when it comes to your kids and what they're supposed to do. I'm hearing that it's going to be very important for you that your kids, as an example, they make their beds like first thing in the morning. It's something that is going to be teaching them a little bit of discipline and also perseverance. So you're the kind of couple, or the kind of parents more specifically, that you see parenthood as an opportunity to transmit the right habits, to transmit the right information that might be very important for your kids to have a good life, an easy life. So I'm hearing that you might start practicing something with your spouse. It could be a specific sport or a specific activity like tennis, golf, like something that requires a little bit of like movement. And also like when it comes to your creative side, I'm hearing that you might have like a time for yourself, and for your person, they might have their time or even a place in your home. So you might have, as an example, your office, and your person, they might have their office, and it's a place for the both of you actually to create things, to think about how you can like bring new things into your life, or even practice something that you always wanted to practice and you haven't found the opportunity, or maybe the time or the place. I'm hearing that like diversifying your life in terms of your learning, and in terms of like expressing yourself in a healthy way. It's a very, like, it's an almost like a priority for the both of you. So let's get some cards. So you might be the kind of parents actually that, as an example, you enroll your kids to something that they are interested in. It could be karate, it could be playing piano, violin, anything that, but you're going to be the kind of people that you're not gonna impose it on your kids, but you're gonna ask them, like, would you want to, as an example, try to do something or try to learn about something? And also you're gonna expose them maybe to like different things that they might enjoy. It's not all about like enjoyment for the kids, as in playing certain like games or anything of the sort, but also, as an example, going to a concert together, or going to the movies together. I'm hearing that there's going to be a lot of activities that are gonna expose your kids to how they can enjoy their time in very different ways. So one of your kids might be very interested, I'm hearing, in music, so you might be a very, very encouraging parent. You might actually like book the services of a teacher, and they might help them start practicing an instrument or start learning more about their interest. So let's get one card. How is your marriage going to be like? Yeah, Hierophant. So again, schedule, something that is very structured, and I'm hearing that this structure is going to permit you to have the right energy, or maybe enough energy to experience lots of different things in your life. So I'm hearing like either you or your spouse, you came from a very chaotic household, or your parents, they believed in like letting kids do whatever they would want to do, and you have found it, you or your spouse, and definitely you're gonna see yourself if it is your energy. Maybe it was very difficult for you, or for one of you at a certain point in time, to actually reestablish a certain structure in your life, because you came from one of you came from a lot of chaos, and you felt like you have wasted a lot of time so that you can put things together and have a little bit of organization, or a little bit of just knowing what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. And this structure is very important for us to a certain degree, and this is something that both of you are gonna really understand and implement in your household. So let's get some more cards. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So you might be an earth sign, you or your spouse, but I'm hearing that your house definitely is going to be organized, it's going to be beautiful, and it's not something that it's going to require from you a lot of energy, or you're going to feel like you are exhausting yourself, or you or your spouse, so that you can get things done. I'm hearing everyone is participating in your household, your kids, you, your spouse. And also I'm hearing that like your house, even aesthetically, it's gonna be very, very beautiful. You might decorate it with beautiful flowers each week. You might have good, beautiful furniture, quality. I'm hearing quality. And both of you are gonna be willing to invest your money, your time, and also your energy in the things that are worthwhile. So really, you are two people that have worked very hard so that you can establish this very strong like personality, and very strong sense of what you want and what you desire. And this is exactly what you're going to establish as a couple. So also when it comes to your finances, I'm hearing the both of you are very good with money, generally speaking. It doesn't matter what kind or how much money you're going to have. You're very good at planning. You're gonna experience lots of different things that maybe people that have the same stream of money as you are not able to do so. That's why organization for you is key, and it's something that is going to be really helping you a lot, so that you can build the life that you would want to build with your spouse. So let's get one more card. Three of Cups. So with this Three of Cups, I'm hearing that you might host, as an example, parties, or you're like, especially the viewer, you more specifically, you are an amazing host. Like if there is a celebration, you really make people feel at home, and even like when it comes to your kids and your spouse, I'm hearing that you see, like, as an example, birthdays or anniversaries, you see them really as a big deal, or maybe holidays, like specific celebrations. You get very excited, as an example, if you celebrate Christmas, you get very excited for the holidays, holiday season, or something of the sort. So there is like quite a bit of nostalgia when it comes to celebrating like important holidays with your family. You love seeing everyone happy, everyone enjoy themselves, everyone like having a good food around, and definitely you're going to be an amazing host. So let's get two more cards. The Fool. So the Fool here, it's all about entertainment, and as you can see in here, with this coffee table with tea on it, I'm hearing that like you might have a child that is like they do things that are absolutely hilarious, and they're going to be really the sunshine inside your home. So like even the activities that you're gonna do as a family, they're gonna have a lot of fun and lots of joy, and also you're gonna take pictures of those moments. Again, when it comes to your children's birthdays and your both you and your spouse's birthdays, they're gonna be like celebrated, having a cake made, and having like balloons and all like everything that is connected to how we imagine birthdays to be. They are going to be a big deal for the both of you. The Chariot. So I'm hearing at a certain point in time, maybe one of you is going to be maybe deciding to be a stay-at-home parent, or because I'm seeing in here that one of you might be at a certain point taking care of the finances, or dealing with certain things that the other person might and the other person might deal with other things. So there might be some sort of a clear idea about what each and every one of you is supposed to do, and definitely there might be a possibility for you or your spouse to be a stay-at-home parent, and the other person to be the main breadwinner, basically. Let's get some more cards. So I'm hearing brilliance, especially one of your children. I'm hearing that they're gonna have a lot of interest, and they're gonna find the right parents that are going to be healthily encourage them to follow their dreams. I'm hearing one of your children might even at a certain point in time like have some sort of a platform, or be famous, or have some sort of renowned reputation in any field really that they're going to be interested in. So but you are definitely very encouraging parents, and like your children are gonna feel very stable within your home, as in they're not going to be things going around, not find, as an example, going back from school and not finding anything to eat and just improvising. I'm hearing that they're gonna be having a very solid and very stable household within they're gonna grow, and it is really going to be helping them establish Also good boundaries with other people. I'm hearing boundaries, it's a big thing when it comes to your relationship, and also when it comes to your family, and also giving them the right tools, or maybe equipping them like with the right tools, so that they can go out there and make things happen for them. So one more card. Eight of, yeah, I'm hearing that one of your kids might be brilliant, or might be like a genius, or very smart, and they're gonna find it easier, having you and your spouse as parents, to maybe have the right encouragement and the right assistance. But they might, as an example, be an academic, or they might reach a very high level in whatever the field that they might be interested in. But I'm hearing like very early on in this child's life, they're gonna tell you at a certain point in time, I would want to be this, I would want to be that, and this is exactly what is gonna happen and what they're going to be reaching. So all that your children are gonna need is encouragement, and this is exactly what they're gonna find, especially when it comes to you being their parents. I'm hearing that it's gonna be easier for them actually to follow their dreams. King of Wands. So I'm hearing that with this King of Wands is like a lot of passion that is like between the both of you, but it's not something that is going to be displayed. So it could be that you as a couple, you and your spouse, you're not into displaying your emotions in front of everybody, especially your kids, but there is going to be a lot of passion between the both of you, and also a lot of sexual tension, and it is something that it's going to be rejuvenated, especially if, as an example, you're going to be having certain trips just together, like you and your spouse. You might leave your kids at a certain point in time, maybe with a parent or with a family member, and then go for even over a weekend. I'm hearing that you're going to be very keen into having a little bit of time for yourselves, like just by yourself, but also with each other, like having over the weekend trips together. And it is really going to be very important for you to like, it's almost like renewing the passion between the both of you. Let's get some more cards. Obscuring the light. So I'm hearing also that at a certain point in time, you might be very comfortable financially, but you are not the people that are displaying their things like on the open. You're very discreet people. You are also very humble and modest, and you're not the kind of people actually, when you are going to be gaining a certain level of wealth and material gains, that you're gonna like start buying like designer bags and indulging in certain things that neither you nor your spouse would feel like they are necessary nor important. So when it comes to indulging, you indulge in experiences, you indulge in celebrations, you indulge in taking care of your kids. As an example, if you're going to be having a choice, or maybe even thinking about what can I do about like with this money, you might actually spend it in maybe a family trip, or maybe in booking the services of a very renowned teacher, so that they can maybe teach one of your kids something that they would want to learn, or even yourself. So you might indulge in very different ways that are not like flamboyant and flashy when it comes to other people. So it doesn't matter if you're going to be ended up being a millionaire or a billionaire, like you going to the supermarket with very casual attire, not really someone that is a show off, not really someone that actually just flashes their money out like in front of people. One more card. Dispersion. Negative diffuse, reestablishment of harmony. So again, I'm hearing that one of you is really going to be the disciplinary in this relationship. And I'm hearing also that like there is going to be a very important emphasis on harmony within your household. So if there is any kind of disturbances, you would want to deal with it right away. You're not the kind of like a family that hold, like with certain members that hold grudges against each other. If there is anything that needs to be said and dealt with, this is exactly what you're gonna do. And also when it comes to how your children express their anger, express their frustration, you're gonna be teaching them or giving them the right tools so that they can express it in a very healthy way. So I'm hearing for one of you, or even for the both of you, when it comes to you and your spouse, have dealt with certain limitations in your life. That's why you have learned a lot from your own journey, and you would want to transmit the right information and equip your children with the right tools in their life, so that they are not going to be like they won't have to go through the same difficulties that one of you have already experienced. So let's get one last card. Is there anything else that you might need to know? Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So when it comes to this particular card, I'm hearing a lot of things right now that you are envisioning about your marriage. There are the exact experiences that you're going to have and that you're going to create in your reality. So with this fire and also with the King of Wands, I'm hearing that you have a lot of passion, but with this passion, it's time for you actually to think about ways to express it. Like, do you think about something that you would want to start practicing right now, like in the same energy that you're going to be in with your spouse or within your household? Is there anything that you would want to start doing, start practicing, invite in your life at this particular moment? It is time for you actually to start doing it and start experience it and enjoy it in your life. So life, it's not about just work, but there are lots of different things that we would want to enjoy in our life, especially if we have the opportunity and we have the time. Why not invite maybe a little bit of meditative moments, or going out having a walk in the park, or it's like doing certain things that might be very simple and very easy for you to do, and they really might change your energy and vibration in a very strong way. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 2. If you would like to comment about any of the messages that I have delivered to you, you can do so in the comment section down below. If you would like to book your own private reading, you can book your reading through the website, and the link of the website is shared in the information box. If you would like to support the channel, you can subscribe and like the video, and also like any of my other videos. And you can also follow me on Instagram for daily and weekly messages and for monthly giveaways. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 2. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number 3. So if you have chosen the third option, or the black obsidian, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, before getting any cards, I wanted to deliver certain messages for you, and this might be quite specific, or not for all of you, but definitely for some of you. If you have grown up in an environment that was unsafe, like for some of you, unfortunately, you might have experienced moments of war, moments of absolute chaos and a lot of instability. I'm hearing that your the life that you're gonna build with your spouse is going to be actually permitting you to have a safe place, that you're gonna feel like you are protected, and that you feel like your whole family has a safe haven in which you're gonna feel just rested and at peace. And if it is not the case in the place that you grew up in, or in the place that you are in right now, there is a high possibility that you might like travel or maybe emigrate to a new place and start a family there. Even if you're going to be meeting your spouse in your country or in the place that you are in at this particular moment, I'm hearing at a certain point in time, especially when you're gonna think about maybe starting a family and having kids with each other, I'm hearing that there's going to be a big change, a big transformation, and you might go to a new country, a country where you feel safe, you feel supported, you feel like you can actually just have a little bit of peace of mind and not think about the necessities or things that are very much basic, especially when it comes to things that are needed from you to raise kids, and to have things almost have a minimum that you can count on. And if it's not your message, if it's not something that you relate to, I'm hearing generally you might have felt at a certain point in time in your childhood as not protected enough, or the safety really was lacking. This feeling of safety, this feeling of protection was definitely lacking at a certain point in time in your life, especially very early on in your childhood. And it's something that it's going to be very important. You're going to have a very conscious like need, so that you can provide a very safe place for your children. And I'm hearing that your spouse is going to be very protective of you and of your kids, so you're gonna really feel like you can just rest and not really think about all case scenarios or worry about the unknown or how things maybe might unfold in the future. So protection is a big theme when it comes to your marriage, and also it's something that is going to be relieving certain fears or certain even undesirable negative thoughts that you might have from time to time, especially if they go back to certain events that you have experienced in the past. Like I'm hearing that it's really going to be a very deeply healing relationship for you. And also you're gonna feel very happy that certain things that have lacked in your life, you're gonna provide for your kids. You're gonna provide even for yourself and for your spouse when you're gonna be together in a relationship, and most especially, most specifically, when you're gonna decide to start a family, to move in together, and to start building a life that is going to be joining you together with your spouse. So let's get one card and see how is your marriage going to be like. The Magician. So there is something quite unique or quite outside of the box when it comes to you building this new life for yourself. It could be that you might marry a foreigner, you might marry someone that lives away from you, or there is this sense or maybe this feeling of creation for the things really that you felt like they are the most important thing in your life. So I'm hearing you're gonna be very much equipped with the right tools and having the right, even spiritual assistance, so that you can create this life. And if there is anything really that you have been feeling like it was completely lacking of your life, it could be unconditional love, it could be not feeling emotionally safe actually to reveal how your emotions, or to just be the way that you would want to be. I'm hearing that if you felt that there was some sort of lack in your life, you're gonna create the right opportunities so that you can patch those wounds and heal from certain things that were very much undesirable for you in the past. So creation, and also as you can see in here with those dice, I'm hearing taking a risk or taking a chance in life, more specifically. So even if as an example, at a certain point in time you might have already a job, you might have a house, you might have everything in a specific place, but you feel like it's not the right place for you actually to start this life that you imagine for yourself, you really are going to be able to let go of everything just for you to follow, or maybe to create this vision that you have about yourself and about how you would want to live your life and how your family is going to be in the future. So let's get some more cards. The Strength card. So just to emphasize on the information, my dears, that you are deeply and highly protected. Just to emphasize on that. And if you feel like if there is anything that you would want to do and you don't know how to go about it, you don't know how to actually create the things that you envision for yourself, I'm hearing that you're going to be having the right assistance through people, through information, and through life events that are going to be actually helping you and assisting you create this dream life that you are envisioning for yourself at this particular moment. So I'm hearing that that with this hermit and also with the magician right next to it is that there is something that you are almost creating in your mind, a vision, and this is what you would want to actually bring into life, and you have all the capabilities to do so. Yes, right now we are looking into your marriage and how it is going to be like, but the first three cards are more specifically talking to you. If you feel like there is something that is a little bit out of reach, or if you feel like, oh, my dreams are too big for me to actually even believe, just make the first step with this number one. The magician is all about action. It's a very masculine card. Make the first step and you're gonna be very much surprised about the information that you're gonna get, the people that are going to be willing to help you. But it's time for you actually to reveal, or maybe to start thinking about your dreams in a more practical way and make the first step towards creating them. Now let's go back. I know that it is a very important message. That's why it wanted to come out first. But let's get some more cards right now about your marriage. So how is your marriage going to be like? The Tower. And the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is, as you can see in here, like, look how those two cards are almost like contradicting each other in terms of energies. Like with this card, it's all about coziness. It's all about having almost like this safe, beautiful place in which you're gonna feel like you can celebrate, you can build like beautiful memories with the people that are in. And in here with this Tower card, it's again this, I really feel like certain people have experienced some harsh events. Maybe some of you have lost a loved ones, or a loved one, or maybe a friend, or someone that was very much dear or maybe close to your heart. But I'm hearing that you're gonna I'm hearing again those past wounds are going to be patched and are going to be healed, like thanks to this beautiful relationship that you're gonna have with your spouse. I'm hearing that both of you, you're very caring people, especially also with this Strength card. You're two people that when one of you is going to be in a vulnerable place, the other one is going to be stepping up and offering the right assistance and the right strength to the other person, so that they can move on to a better place emotionally, and also when it comes to also mentally. So I'm hearing a lot, having each other's back in a ride or die kind of energy between you and your spouse. And beyond having a family in the most traditional way, in the way that we think about it, I'm hearing that your relationship is going to be in itself very valuable to the both of you. Like your relationship is going to be key for everything that you're going to be building with each other. And also I'm hearing that there are certain things that are going to be easier for you to do than how they were before. You're going to be able to be more courageous, taking risks, and thinking about life as in, I would want to try something new, I would want to experience something new, and you're going to have the right assistance and the right encouragement so that you can go for whatever the thing that you would want to have in your life. The Star, the Five of Swords. So I'm hearing for one of you, or even for the both of you, what have happened in the past might create certain doubts when it comes to, is it possible for me to create this thing, to go to this place, to experience this particular life that I envision for myself? But really, you coming from the same place, especially like mentally and emotionally, might push you towards a happier place, and also think about life in a more optimistic way, in a more positive way. So if you feel like, because I'm hearing, I'm gonna be very honest with you, like at the beginning, this relationship might be quite triggering, as then you might find in this person a lot of things that you would want to have in a partner, and vice versa. And at a certain point in time, you might feel like, is it really too good to be true? Is it something that I need to actually reconsider? Like, am I going too fast when it comes to falling in love with this person, to actually allowing them in my life? And I'm hearing the both of you really are going to be challenging each other to let go of those doubts and fears, and to just take, even if it's going to be feeling for the one or the both of you as a big leap of faith, especially again with this magician. I'm hearing that you're going to be like, your faith is going to be restored. This is what I feel like, especially if you felt or experienced the opposite of I'm hearing you have experienced moments of powerlessness, and you felt like there is nothing really that you can do. But this relationship really is going to be rebuilding your sense of courage, and also your sense of determination, that anything really that you would want to create in your life, you are even more than capable to create it and to manifest it. So again, restoring hope and rejuvenating this very early on, like sense of discovery, sense of curiosity. Yes, I want to do this, and let's follow my like heart's nudges and see what is going to come out of it. I'm hearing that also you might like, there is quite a bit of like innocent or pure love that you're going to experience with your spouse, and it's really something that you have been lacking or missing in your life. And I'm hearing your spouse as well, so maybe they as well might have been with partners that have seen just the opportunity in them, or that have taken certain things or for granted that they have offered. But for the both of you, you really are coming from the same place, even if your experiences might differ. But your fears of I'm hearing fears of commitment, or fears of diving deep when it comes to your relationships. This wound might heal, or it's definitely going to be healing, like when you're going to be in a relationship with your spouse. So let's get some more cards. How is your marriage going to be like? Abundance. Wow. So with this number 5-5, I'm hearing that both of you are going to be changing your perspective about how is it really possible. And yes, you're gonna see it with your own eyes and experience it like physically in this lifetime, that everything really that you have been dreaming about, it has the opportunity and the right you're gonna find the right circumstances so that you can create it. And you're gonna really I'm hearing abundance of love, abundance of emotions, and definitely this relationship is going to be very passionate between the both of you. That's why it might at first maybe scare you off, or your spouse, but like it's like at the beginning it might take a little bit of time, but really this relationship is going to be also, if you have a little bit of self-esteem issues, or if you overthink about anything about your life, it could be your finances, it could be your career, your physical appearance. I'm hearing also that you're going to be departing from this way of being and the way that you see and think about yourself. The joyful happiness, clear communication, friendly persuasion, and self-expression. So this is a beautiful card actually to get. Why? Because I'm hearing that you're gonna be very safe to be happy. It's almost like in the past, when things were going right, you felt like, oh, what is happening? Is it going to be lasting? Is it something that is going to be like, is someone going to be putting the rug like, is there something that is going to be happening that is going to be taking this happiness from between my hands, but it is something that it's going to be changing little by little within this relationship. So definitely, if you are, and I'm hearing that many of you are like definitely are in a spiritual journey, I'm hearing that there is a lot of healing that is involved with this particular relationship. And also I'm hearing that there is something divine that is going to connect you with each other, because you need each other's energy so that you can depart from maybe certain ways of being or certain thoughts, or heal certain past wounds. Like, this relationship is deeply healing for you and for your spouse. But I'm hearing that I've heard also my lover and best friend. So you might start off as being friends, or you might start off as being two people that really truly care about each other, and then the relationship is gonna evolve to something more, to more of a romantic connection. But I'm hearing that both of you really have each other's best interest at heart, and that's why you're gonna feel very safe within this relationship. But most importantly, even like in the way or the place that you are, even as an example, if you have been brought into a very rough neighborhood in your city, or in a place that wasn't really safe for you to actually just go out and enjoy your time, or if you have seen certain things that were a little bit scary, like in your childhood, I'm hearing that you're going to be in a very safe and beautiful neighborhood, and definitely you're gonna be feel safe even like within the relationship, and like when it comes to expressing your emotions, and just like allowing yourself to fall in love with this person. I wanted to give you one more card. Initial difficulty. Yeah, this card really is emphasizing on the fact that this relationship might be a little bit triggering for one or the both of you, but it's only like an initial difficulty that both of you are going to be willing actually to come out of the cave, or to as you can see in here, to allow yourself just to be who you are. Like, you're gonna truly fall in love with this person in ways that you haven't really even thought about in the past. Like, this relationship is going to be very deep in your connection. It's really going to be based on pure love and pure intentions. So it might be a little bit triggering for you or your spouse at the beginning, but it's only going to be at the very initial stages of your relationship. So let's get one last card. Is there anything else that you might need to know? Hidden depth. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So definitely, like, your marriage, generally speaking, it's all about evolving from past wounds and past negative events. And also I'm hearing that there are certain things that are going to be coming out to the surface, and it's really going to be make you question your beliefs, make you question the way that you see yourself and perceive yourself in general. And this relationship, it's definitely going to be healing your heart. Look at how green this card looks, and this is like love. Love in a way that you haven't seen it, haven't experienced it, haven't felt it, but it's really going to be permitting you to it's almost like you have experienced one side of human connection and relationship, and now with this relationship, it's time for you to experience the opposite. So that's what I have for you, my dear option number 3. If you would like to comment about any of the messages that I have delivered to you in this reading, you can do so in the comment section down below. If you would like to book your own private reading, you can book it through the website, and the website link is in the information box. If you would like also to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing, by liking this video or any of the other videos that I have shared. And also, you can follow me on Instagram for daily and weekly messages and monthly giveaways. So this is what I have for you, my dears. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear, option number 4. So if you have chosen the amethyst, welcome guys to your reading. Let's just zoom in. All right. So let's actually talk about the messages that I got out of this crystal first before getting any cards. And the first thing that I have heard is that this relationship, it's all about allowing the other person to be their own individual. It's almost the opposite of being possessive or seeing the other person as some sort of a prize or some sort of a possession. So both of you are not people that actually would want to almost imprison the other person just for you to feel safe. You are two people that are very comfortable, like within your own life and within your own you have quite a bit of comfort about how you feel about yourself and about the other person, and there is a deep trust between the both of you. You're not the kind of couple that is going to be calling each other like all the time or clinging on the other person just because you feel like, oh, where is the other person, what are they doing? No, you have your own separate lives, very complete and very fulfilling, and you're gonna come together as very strong individuals so that you can build a lot in your lives. So I've heard also joining forces, as in you even in your personality, in the way that you portray yourself, in the way that you behave, in your life in general, in what you have created. You are strong people as individuals. That's why you see those behaviors almost as immature or almost like suffocating the other person for no reason. And it's not something that you would want to actually introduce in your relationship at any point or any level when it comes to you to being with each other throughout your lives. So let's get the first card. The Chariot. So the Chariot, the first thing that I have heard when it comes to this Chariot is two people that are balancing each other's life out, and you are going towards the same direction, as in if as an example, one horse is weaker than the other, or one horse is going to another direction, this Chariot is never going to be reaching its destination. So both of you have plans, you have aspirations, and you have dreams that you would want to create in your life, and you are supporting each other with the right energies and the right force, or maybe both of you, you are each other's rock, basically. So you know that the other person, they're doing their best and they're going for their dreams in the other person as well. So really both of you are gonna go far in terms of anything that you would want to create, with this Chariot. It's more physically, as in if you would want to completely change your life and build something, it could be a company, it could be a business, it could be something even within yourself. If you would want to learn something new, I'm hearing that you're going to be reaching very high levels in whatever the thing that you would want to do or you would want to create. And also both of you are doers. You are not the kind of people that just dream and you let your dream collecting the dust in your mind. No, when you dream about something, when you think that something needs to be created in your life, you go for it. And your person, they're also someone that is very much action oriented. They would want to do things if they would want to do it, and they're not the kind of person that are going to be telling you, oh, I would love to do this, I would love to visit this place, or I would love. No, if they want to do something, they start right away to think about ways so that they can make it happen. So let's get some cards. Five of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So with those two cards, first of all, with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm hearing that one of you might be investing in something, or both of you might invest in something very early on in your relationship. And I'm hearing that it could be a house, it could be like a joint property, and there are going to be certain sacrifices for you, but you know that it is the right thing for the both of you to do, because anything really that you are going to be willing to sacrifice very early on in your relationship, you would know that you're going to be getting exactly what you want. So you're not the kind of person that, as an example, if you think that I need to put some money aside so that I can afford a home, you're not gonna start lingering around and saying, oh, let's put our plans aside and let's think about maybe going on a trip, or having certain unimportant expenses. Like with this Five of Swords, you're going to be willing to actually sacrifice certain things for a certain period of time, just for you to gain the benefit of your sacrifice and just be very comfortable at a certain point in time with your spouse. So, and I'm hearing like you might even get criticized, as maybe you might have certain friends, or your person, they might have friends that go out a lot, that spend a lot of money, and that are quite reckless from your own point of view when it comes to how they're spending. They're gonna tell you that, oh, you are too tight, or why aren't you maybe thinking about going out with us or going for those trips? Or, and your friends, or maybe your even family members, they might be in debt, they might actually have like loans, and they're gonna put them aside and think about how they can enjoy their time quite recklessly. But you are very, like, both of you are very responsible, and you are thinking about the long run. That's why maybe 5 years or 10 years like down the line, you're gonna really think that you have actually made the right decision. And certain people might be still like in debt, even when it comes to their student loans, or like loans that go back maybe even 10 years in the past, and they haven't still dealt with them. And you might like get certain criticism, or certain maybe people would tell you like, oh, we only live once, or why are you thinking about the future in this way? You're only 25, or you're only 30, or whatever the case might be. But I'm hearing for many of you in this particular option, generally speaking, you might be in your 30s or in your 20s. And if it is more than that, I'm hearing that you are very responsible people in general. And maybe people around you that are quite like, their life is based on consumption, on getting things, on buying things, on experiencing things that require from them to spend a lot. And you do enjoy yourself in very different ways, and have a lot of joy out of your experiences. But it's just that you are more responsible financially, you and your spouse, as compared to people that are around you. Queen of Wands. And the Two of Cups. Beautiful. So first of all, like, your spouse is gonna see you as the most attractive person ever, and they're gonna be very much drawn to you sexually. And I'm hearing also that you might enjoy maybe going out for dinners. I'm just going to be giving you an example when it comes to how you are going to be spending your time together. Like, some people might go out like each weekend or each Saturday and spend a lot of money, but for you, it might go out like once a month or once every 2 months. But the experience really is going to be something very much memorable. It's not about just going for a random restaurant, but it's a beautiful restaurant, beautiful dinner. And when you go out, when you do certain things, you do things that are really worth experiencing, like things that are worth experiencing, not just spending your money every day and not really gaining anything that is valuable out of your money. That's why I felt like it's not like you're going to be not spending your money, but spending it wisely, and beautiful experiences and beautiful dinners, and not just in anything really that is random, or just going to the mall and buying like a bunch of stuff that you're not even gonna use. So a lot of excitement within your relationship. You might like feel very drawn sexually towards each other. And also in terms of expressing your love, I'm hearing that there is going to be no doubt, even for the outside world, like when it comes to your family and friends, that you are two people that are deeply in love with each other. Eight of Cups. So certain friendships actually might end with this Eight of Cups. You might feel at a certain, yeah, because you would need to work on things that are important for you, and you feel like the energy of people that you're gonna be around when you're gonna be in a relationship with your person, it might actually be too negative for you or too draining. So there are certain friendships that might actually end, especially very early on in your relationship, and you might choose your partner because you know that you see things in the same way. And also with this Eight of Pentacles, I'm hearing that you're gonna be actually two hardworking people, that you're gonna create a beautiful life as a couple and as a family. So this card is really giving me a vibes of a lot of abundance that you're going to create. And also your children, they're going to be very well taken care of. You're going to be actually, both of you are going to provide everything that your children or yourself you might need. And there is a lot of abundance that might come from wise and good choices that you're going to make very early on in your relationship. Limit, self-discipline, practice of self-respect, yeah. Introspection, entertainment of patience, and accumulation of energy, maturity. You're two mature people that you're gonna know that if you would want to create the life that you are dreaming about, there is a route that you're gonna construct and have a clear vision of all the things that you would want to create. And even if it's going to be limiting in the first years of your marriage, you're gonna reap the fruits of your labor and of your efforts down the line, when you're gonna find that you have paid the loans of your house, you have paid the loans of the car, and right now you are able actually to go and travel and make things happen for yourself, not only having random experiences or buying random things, but you might actually like enjoy absolutely wonderful trips, like going abroad, going to different countries, and having true amazing experiences, maybe that your wise decisions are going to be permitting you to experience. It says in here, internal truth, clarity, purity, and acknowledgement of illusion. So even if certain people might be very dear and close to your hearts, and also for your person's, like it could be their friends or family or vice versa, I'm hearing that you're gonna see the illusion in this being pushed towards bankruptcy, or being pushed towards this over consumerism that is going to be draining you and sucking your blood out of any prospects of anything really that you think that you can achieve in your life. So again, like there is a lot of clarity and purity, especially when it comes to the vision of your future that you would want to create with your spouse. And both of you are wise people. That's why at a certain point in time, people might even look up to you and might actually think that even if we have been almost educated or trained to just buy and to fulfill our desires by buying things that are not important, it's time for people actually to experience life not only in its material side, although it's important and you're going to be experiencing that, but also in the other things or the other ways through which life can be experienced. And like the accumulation of wealth and the accumulation of debt, it's going to be very much seen within the relationships that you are going to be at a certain point in time letting go of. And definitely it's going to be a great confirmation for you and your spouse that you have made the right choices. So I'm hearing even afterwards, when you're not going to be having any debts or anytime anything of the sort, I'm hearing that you're going to be enjoying the money that you're going to make, especially because it's really going to be accumulating to, through time. But you are always going to be having some money aside to invest into like your retirement. You are two people that are going to be ending up having a lot of financial security and having a lot of things that you enjoy. I'm hearing that you might even retire sooner than your peers or people that are around you or people like at your age, and it's really going to be very relieving for you. You're just going to be having maybe some time for yourself and not having this burden or this preoccupation like what am I gonna do when it comes to my security and my stability. Pure intention. We have seen this already with this purity and clarity. The fairy of manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So anything that you would want to create, you're not the kind of people that are reckless and you just want to go for it without having like this idea of what will be the repercussions, especially if you are going to be like thinking about having kids. You would want to create the right environment for them to have like a stable life even afterwards, and not be burdened by their parents' debt or their parents' reckless decisions. So again, there is like your intentions are pure. Like it's not out of greed, it's not out of wanting to have more money, but it's more so to have the security for yourself and for your family, and to experience life in a more stable way, and not to have those like fears and worries about are you going to be having enough for tomorrow, or this is really your intention, and it's a beautiful and pure intention that you're going to have with your spouse. So again, with this card, like anything really that you're gonna set your mind on, you're gonna be very well able to create it. And this is how your relationship is going to be and your marriage is going to be. It's all about creating a good life, a beautiful life for you and for your family. And this is, even if it's going to be separating you from certain people, especially like for like a specific period of time, but it is what it is. Like yeah. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 4. If you would like to comment about any of the messages that I have delivered to you, you can do so in the comment section down below. If you would like to book your own private reading, you can book a reading through the website, and the website link is shared in the information box. For your support, you can subscribe, you can share the video and like it, and like any of my other videos. And of course, you can join me on Instagram for daily and weekly messages and monthly giveaways. So this is what I have for you, my loves. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye.